But Abe, let's move into the Big Ten because Michigan and Iowa are playing in one of the weirdest, most lopsided games that I've seen. I have a feeling this outside of.
Well, let me ask you.
I don't know if Iowa's going to be able to score. There's a prop bet. There is a prop bet right now that says in the first half, Iowa's going to score over or under 0.5 points. That means, are they going to be shut out or not, Abe? That's how bad this offense has been for Iowa. I know you have a take that you're going to take. I'll let you do that here in just a second. Michigan's a 23-point favorite or something like that. It's ridiculous. This is embarrassing. Iowa, their best chance to score is on defense or special teams, not when their actual offense is on the field. That's how far we have fallen. Iowa has changed what is imaginable from a college football team, and not all in a good way. I mean, I had our performer of the week last week, and I said it was just their defense because they have like what 5, 6, 7 wins, 8 wins this season, having scored 20 points or less. No other team has more than 2. It's unbelievable. You have 18 points per game on offense, and you're in the conference championship game at 10-2. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's a situation where, and this is your question. You always ask it specifically about Georgia, but I have to turn it around here. And look, I think Alabama has an answer, and we just talked about that. But when you look at this game, what is the path to victory for Iowa? And it's just so far-fetched. I mean, it really is. Michigan's a good defense. I think we saw that a week ago in the win against Ohio State. Iowa's not a good offense. There's another bet for the individual team over under for halftime for Iowa that our compadre on Saturday mornings, John Fricky, sent out at 2.5. You know what that tells me? They're more scared that Iowa's going to get a safety than they are a field goal. Like that's what Vegas is telling me. It's more likely, and you just mentioned it, and you're dead on accurate. It's more likely they score on defense than on offense. And it's just, unless Michigan just walks into multiple defensive or special teams touchdowns, if this is an offense versus defense versus offense game, like they're going to roll. And there's a real likelihood this thing's a 20-point spread by halftime. I just, look, respect to Iowa for what they've done this season, but I just have to be realistic. And look, you play the games, and who knows, but even I'm finding a tough time making this one interesting, man. I really am. I'm sorry to the listeners, but like, I don't know what you want me to say in this situation. Like, Vegas is telling you it's a blowout. Everything I've seen from Iowa tells me there's no way they're scoring 17 on offense. And Michigan just has been doing what they're doing. I mean, I don't know. There is no path to victory, like none. That I
don't see how they win.
That is a normal game plan path. Like maybe punt return, block punt. Like if I'm Iowa, like you may as well just go for it on 4th down. I don't care where you're on the field. Like if it's 4th and 2, just go for it.
This is the kind of game. This is the kind of game that Ferentz needs to just throw everything that he has. I don't know if there's a trick play buried deep in maybe
5 of them. Run
one of
5
those
of them.
cornfields they've got up there.
Back to back. Run all of them.
I don't know. Like, that's the thing. Everything that Iowa does on offense it feeds into a strength of this Michigan defense. We know how good this defense is against good offenses.
Once this game's 10-0, once this game's 10-0 Michigan, it's over. Like if Iowa lets it get to
double digits, if it gets to double
14-3,
digits,
it's over.
Yeah, if they get to 14 points, I don't believe that they're able to do it. That's how bad it is. So I agree with you in the sense that I really don't see a path to victory for Iowa in this game. Not a normal one.
No, it would be
there would have to be
chaos
such
game.
Chaos.
Yeah, this is the chaos game. The only way they win is ultimate chaos.
23.5 points, though, feels a little disrespectful.
Well, look, if you want to take the points, I get that.
I'll take the points. Like,
we're talking about who wins straight up. It's got to be chaos.
Moneyline betting Iowa, you're gambling on J.J. McCarthy playing the worst game of his life, which I don't know. He hasn't really been Superman necessarily.
He'd have
He's
to
been
throw like 5 interceptions, like
he'd have
5.
to throw so many not 5. Like, come on. Like,
Well, is
no.
Iowa returning them, or is Iowa tackled at the 40? Because if I was
Because
tackled at
that's
the
the biggest
40 after a
thing.
pick, it's just a punt anyways.
Yeah, they'll probably punt that. Yeah,
That's what
the
I'm
thing.
saying. It's
It's
like
I've watched enough Iowa games this year to know that they're not going to win this game. And I've watched 4 or 5 Iowa games this year. It's watching paint dry. I mean, the way they win this game is if they just muck it up so badly that your final score is going to be like 13-10. But I don't see Michigan scoring 10 points.
no,
That's my
I don't
thing.
either. Yeah, I agree.
I could see them getting into the 24, 20, 28 level.
The closest this game could be is like 24-13.
Yeah.
Like even that would be like uber competitive for what we expect.
And at that point, like, this is the thing. Like, Michigan's necessary keys to victory is just play their own game. Don't turn it over. They're 4th in FBS in giveaways.
If they don't turn the
they
ball
don't
over,
turn the ball over. They
forget
just
about
don't.
it. Forget about
They
it.
don't turn the ball. They're 4th in FBS, Abe. They're 4th. They don't give the ball away. So don't let Iowa run the ball, which, the only thing that they do particularly well is run the ball. The Wolverines are 7th in FBS in yards per game allowed. Like, I just don't see it unless Deacon Hill is just all of a sudden gonna put on his Superman cape. Like, unless he's playing, he turns from Clark Kent to Superman,
or
he averages 88 yards a game.
I have the key
against not good teams. He has 6 interceptions this year for 7 touchdowns. Like, there's nothing that Iowa does well enough, and I feel like I'm just burying Iowa because
I just realized the difference in this game, Garrett. I just realized it. Cade McNamara was a quarterback at Michigan who was on Iowa this year. And if he Connor Stallions this thing,
Lord have mercy, get
if
out
he
of here.
Connor Stallions this thing, I don't know.
All right, no, I'm not going to go down that path. I'm not going down that way. I'm not going down that path. I know you're trying. Look, Michigan, play your game. If Michigan plays their game, they roll. I don't know if they muck it up enough, maybe. But
no,
I'm not gonna sit here and